Hello guys, again to this my other video. Today we will look at Microsoft PowerPoint, how to apply transition in PowerPoint. Now, as we talk the last class, we deal with animation. Animation and transition are different. Animation are the movement of text and objects, while transition are the movement of slide as they change to the other slide. Now in this area we have to can do a transition here. Transition now when we move the slide, or when it's transition change, or when it changes the occur when the other slide is left before the other slide they come up here. Now we first as transition, the movement of the slide as it change to another slide. Now we first as a transition. Now how for apply a transition? Now in this area we can apply a transition to a different slide them at the same time with different transition effects them, and we can also apply a transition to all the slides them inside a presentation. Now for apply a transition to a particular slide, do not mind me, I just duplicate the slides and just so we know how for waiting apply a transition to the slides there. Now before ever you apply a transition to a slide, make sure you click the slide also you want to apply transition to. Now we can do first how for apply one transition to all the slides them. Now for apply one transition to all the slides them, we come all the way now the transition tabs. Now when you can at the transition tab, we get the transition to this slide. You see the group transition to this slide group now this particular area. Now from this point you see the different transitions effects them where you apply to a particular slide. Now from this point I click on this drop down arrow again for last see the more transition effects them also. Now as we see different transition effects. Now if I want to select for example a one transition for all the slides I can use vortex. When I click on vortex now vortex just as how they see it appear, just like how they see the vortex they appear now, so again for appear when we start with presentation. Now this effect what on gear, now this effect I will apply to all the entire slides them as we see a stand on the left hand side of the slide now. That don't tell me say we don't apply an effect, a transition effect on this particular slide. Now one for applying to all the other slides them, and for applying also to all the other slides them, we come now all the way now the timing group we see apply to all, meaning this one transition effect when we don't apply to this first slide we want for apply to all the other slides them. So I click apply to all, and when I click apply to all in this area it don't apply to all the slides them inside my presentation. Now Lord preview, I'll just take a quick preview. Let's see how it get for appear when we do with slideshow. Now if I click on preview now, the first slide where they appear now in that's not the first slide where they appear as we see. Now if I go to slideshow for example, now I come all the way now the bottom area now the view area now they see slideshow. Now if I click on slideshow, then it give me the first effect where they give me for example loud way again I come all the way now the slideshow. Now from the slideshow now I come all the way from slideshow now, then I come from the beginning. When I click from the beginning, the first effect where they come, you see now the vortex effect, transition effect. Then if I click again, when it change back from this slide to the other slide, now the same thing because I don't apply to all the slides them. Then if I click again also now the same thing they come because I don't get and say let that particular transition effect let take onto all the slides them inside my presentation. Now if I want to apply transition to one slide, now let's see the second slide. Now different transition I want for use to the second slide. So what I do I come now transition then I come all the way also now now this time I use glitter now they use for this particular slide. I click then why don't click it don't appear now this particular slide. I come also now the other slide again, I select then I come also shell now they give me also this other slide, shred. Then I click shred. When I click shred also again, as you they see, it don't affect this other slide. Then I also can click the other slide first. After clicking the other slide, and I come all the way also again to this other area, I choose the one I want switch. Okay, last thing I switch I want, I click on. Then when I click switch, you see this transition they change from point to point. Now if I can do me presentation also again by coming to waiting the slideshow group and tab here, I click on. Then I also can to waiting start from beginning. When I click from start from beginning here, it give me how the transition effects they appear through the different slides, different effects wey I don appear. Now the first one we can have vortex. Now if I click other one again, na different slide they come also. If I click other one again also, na different transition also they come. When I click, you don't say na different transition, because this time around I choose for apply a different transition. Now for each transition for getting slide, each transition for getting slide. So now so we apply a transition effect on a slide and PowerPoint. Now you can apply all one transition to all slide, and you can also apply one transition to one slide. So in this area, this now the way this would apply transition effects to representation. So do please if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for any updates on I want, so that when I go able for know anytime I upload now they know. And also make comments for any future you want to know about and any contribution you want for give. Then also like the videos them also, and also share them for with other friends already out there, so that they say go benefit out from the videos there. So I say thank you again for watching, and see you now again in my next video. Thank you.